One, two. We about to get ready for the ZODIAC MACK. Y'all stay tuned. Keep it gangster. Yes, sir. Keep it gangster. Oh, let me know next time, OG. You know, I turn it on for you, you know. Chat room, hit that like button. We about to get started. My man Claude is in the building. Came to spread some positivity.
I already know.
You know, we need that towards the end of this week.
It's been a crazy one. It's been a crazy 2 weeks. That energy shifting into
all right, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and we are live.
All right. About to get this thing rolling.
I'm going to turn the phone line up for you.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
All right. Let's get it. Let me see. Ooh, shit. Hold on.
Y'all hit that like button.
Yes, sir.
You guys can put your birthdays or your questions. Yeah,
call in. It's going to be tough to answer the questions right away like that. Mm-hmm. Like, I just want to kind of break down what's going on real quick in the sky. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Claude Chalk, a.k.a. the ZODIAC MACK. I know it's been a little bit since I've been here. It's been a little busy, you know. So, how's this Thursday? Thursday is cool for me, come through? Yeah, so, like, yes, Thursday would probably be a little better for me, you know what I mean? So, as far as, like, being active in business.
And I think it's good, too, because towards the end of the week, so it gets
absolutely.
You
get the accumulation. Yeah. Wednesday's a little tough, a little bit. No, but I'm just going to talk about a few things I've been thinking about. I follow a bunch of different astrologers, and they kind of talked about something that kind of made me think about what's going on, and that's the individual, the social, and the collective energies of each groupings of the signs and the progressions of them. But before I get into that, just want to run down like what we have in the air. So we're moving into the sun is now in the sign of Taurus, which is all about being practical, our talents, gifts, monies, possessions. So right now we have 4 planets in that sign, in the sign of Taurus. So that's called a stellium. Stellium is when you have 3 or more planets in one sign. And what that means basically is you have a lot of energy assorted into that one area, and it gives you a full understanding or a full impact of that energy. You feel that energy in the most intense way because it's coming from multiple different planets. So we have the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Uranus, all in the sign of Taurus. So you have the Sun, which is like your will, your ego, how you take action, and how you express your individuality or whatever. And then Mercury is your way of thinking and communicating. Venus is how you receive love and what you desire. And then Uranus is like rebellion, your unique, unconventional way of doing things, and just radical change. And Uranus being there is been there since 2018. That's like a long transit you're gonna feel for the next 7 years. So our overall sense of value is changing. It's changing for the better. It's becoming more unique and more individual. So no one can ever see what you've done, what you value, because it's becoming what it is now. Like you manifesting into a brand new sense of yourself. So little gifts that you probably had, talents that you didn't realize that you have, they're starting to come into form. And with that stellium there, we have a whole lot of energy that is like really making us be more stubborn, being more practical, being more rigid in our thinking, and also trying to find new ways of stability, because when you have Uranus and Taurus, that represents unstable environment. So you basically trying to figure it out. So we've probably been feeling unstable in our thinking, unstable in feeling comfortable in your talents, your possessions, things or whatever. So we're coming into grips with that. This stellium is going to really we're going to feel the full effects of that closer to May, like May 11th time. Like you'll really feel it. And then overall it's going to create a change in the collective. Everyone is going to experience this change one form or fashion. So we're already experiencing it. Basically, think about the verdict last week with the George Floyd case. That was, in a way, even though it's like it's obvious, it was kind of revolutionary if you think about it. It caused a change. And also with the death of the young brother, Dante Wright, that caused a significant change in awareness that's more different than even a Trayvon Martin case, you know? So like we're really seeing it from a unique way. So that's causing a change in the collective that will never be the same. So we're really coming into that. So you got that in mind. Then when that Taurus stellium goes full too, we'll also got opportunities to make money in a unique way. So you see the cryptocurrency starting to come on the rise. People are starting to do that more. So you're able to make money in a different way. If you have a unique gift, it's time to really take stock in that, because you're really going to benefit from it. You even, speaking of taking stock in your unique gift, you got people having this app where you can put yourself up for stock. Like people can invest in you. Like I forget what it's called, but people can invest stock into your particular talent or yourself. So that's a unique way of doing things. So we got that energy developing big time. So I just want to kind of touch on what I was talking about as far as like the collective energies, the individual energies and social energies. So when I say individual, that's more like physical. So you think of the individual energies as like what you can do, your particular talents, your particular gifts, which you can physically express. And then when I say collective, I'm talking about spiritual. So it's basically the gifts and talents that you have in common with the collective, with the overall. So basically like someone who lives in China, you have something in common with them on a gift, and you guys share the same thoughts, the same gifts, the same talents, but you guys don't know each other, but you have the same energy. So it's expressed in a spiritual way. So you connect through the unseen realms. The individual is more of the seen realms, like physical gifts, talents, sports, acting, singing, all those physical things. And with that being said, you have 4 individual signs, you have 4 social signs, and you have 4 collective signs. So the individual signs are Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. They're individual because Aries represents the individual identity, the body, the physical nature. Taurus represents your individual talents, your individual possessions, the money, habits, things that you have in the physical senses of the body. Gemini is your individual mind, your way of thinking and communicating with others. Cancer is your individual emotions and feelings and how you feel safety and security and individually make safety and security for others. Leo is the first of the 4 social signs. So Leo is about its own self-expression and creativity amongst society and social settings. And then Virgo is about service and self to others. So social service to others and how it receives from others, as well as how we work with others in our health and habits and how we serve other people. Libra is social relationships, taking individuality and connecting with that with other individuals in a social nature, like mirroring that person that has the same things as you. Scorpio is about social trust and loyalty and dedication and intimacy. So you're combining your individuality with another person's individuality and a trusting standpoint from a social standpoint. Then we move into the 4 collectives, and you have Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius. So Sagittarius is concerned with the collective philosophy and experiences, religion, worldview, sense of humor. So think of a Sagittarius that like they can kind of take a concept that can be so broad and out there and kind of put it down to a point and share it with everyone, and then a person who may think totally different can kind of get that concept and think it's funny or can understand what it means as a high philosophy and worldview. Then you have Capricorn, which is about collective responsibility, independence, manifestation, status, public image. So you're taking in all of the qualities of the last 9, and you're becoming that energy in its entirety. And people are connecting to that on a collective level. So think of people coming to sporting events to see LeBron James play, things of that nature, because LeBron is the person that you're coming to see. And you got white people, black people, Asians, all walks of life, handicapped, fully bodied, whatever, coming to watch this collective status. And then you have Aquarius, which is collective individuality within associations and friendships and groups, collective intelligence and thought, foresight for the future. You think of Aquarius, you think of like how people take their unique gifts and they bring them all together within a collective. Like I said, the example about a person who can live in China, a person lives in Bangladesh, and you're in America, and you guys finally find a way to connect and have the same values and same unique gifts or whatever, or same way to share those unique gifts in a situation. Then you have Pisces, collective intuition, and the collective spirit, empathy, and emotions. So it's a lot. So this is like coming from little research, but also just from me sitting back thinking about what's going on, because it's like really something that we need to pay attention to, especially when, let's say, if you're a person who has a Sagittarius rising and a Taurus moon. That's kind of the reverse of what we're dealing with today. So today we have the Taurus sun and the Sagittarius moon. So the moon is in Sagittarius. So you have an individual ego expression with a collective way of feeling and having emotions. So that could be a conflict for people if they have that in their birth chart. They could feel like they want to take personal action on what they believe and what they want, but at the same time they could feel very like out of step with their individuality because they want to serve others or kind of take on the concepts of what other people think, you know? So I'm trying to think where I'm at. Oh yeah. Yeah, so yeah, you have that collective that individual energy and that collective energy at the same time. So if you understand that, then you'll know how to move, you'll know how your energy works. You'll know how to like not make certain decisions or make certain decisions or take certain risk or be with certain people, work certain jobs. If you know how that energy works in your chart, if you know how that energy works in the sky, if you know how that energy works just with other people around you, and it'll stop you from dealing with things that you don't have to deal with.
Quick question: when you're saying energy, to kind of break it down, are you referring to like your instincts or you got that gut feeling?
Yeah, your instincts, your natural psychology. Okay. So if you're a person who has let's say I wish Aaron was here. I hate to talk about a person who's not here, but I was watching the show a little bit yesterday. Yeah, and it was funny, but like in true Aries nature, it don't matter what you say, you could not tear her down. You know what I mean? Like not tear her down, but you could not stop her from expressing her individuality. So Aries is an individual sign, and for the most part, what everyone was trying to get her to understand is that we hear what you're saying, but like you're not giving another person a point to like express themselves because you only see things your way. And that's how the individual signs are. It's not the fact that they're being selfish on purpose. It's the fact that that's their natural way of expressing that energy. So like Aries is about how it wants to see itself and assert itself in the world and shoot first, ask questions last. So like it's about me first and then everyone else second. Taurus is about what it possessions and values and talents. It could be greedy. It could be selfish. It could be a person who just is all about their own personal pleasures and desires. Gemini can be a person who's all about expressing how they think and communicate things. Even though they're connecting with others, it's still only to fuel their own individual way of thinking. A Cancer's like could be a person who, like, for instance, once again, you have another person here, Danny. Like, Danny make the room feels real comfortable and light and easygoing. That's Cancer energy. So like, she kind of has people feeling comfortable when she's there. That's what Cancer does. It sets the room, it sets the tone of the room and the temperature of the room emotionally from its own personal and individual way of doing things and feeling things. And if you understand that, then that's good. So we have that, and then you move into the Leo energy. So another thing, like with the energies of a person and their psychology, every sign progresses into the next. So you have the identity of that Aries energy, like when you see yourself in the world, that spark of life. You take that spark of life, that energy of how you see yourself, and then you take it and materialize it in a real physical way during the Taurus individual self. Then it progresses that you're able to express and share that with others in a mental and communicative way with Gemini. And then with Cancer, you're able to feel and express that feeling to others and be comfortable emotionally, individually in your, it's all a progression. That's all a progression. So you got another question on to touch on that? Yeah. Yeah.
You know, paying attention to that energy.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I don't know, at what age do you think people start to tune that out and stop paying attention to that energy?
Say it again.
At what age do you think people start to tune that energy out and stop paying attention to those?
The tune out of what? Like, in which way?
Like how you said, pay attention to the energy when you're making these moves. So, and we said that's basically your instincts or your connection to your gut instincts. Yeah. So just being in this business, at what age do you think people normally kind of go away from that, trusting that instinct or following those?
It's societal, bro. Like, it kind of starts. It kind of really starts like when you start to get into the school system. When you get into like high school, when you get into like college, or depending on your upbringing, you could be in an environment where, let's say you're a really emotional person and you have people around you that want you to be tough guy all day. That can be suppressed. When that energy is being suppressed, it's going to come out in a negative way as you get older, and you may forget or not even be aware of that energy that you may possess, or that gift or that talent that you may have because of the environment that doesn't support it, or the system that you're in. So it starts early, and it's kind of by purpose. It's on purpose, rather. It's on purpose. But I think honestly, it does start like when you're in your teenage years.
So what are some things people can do to kind of reconnect with that energy? So as you kind of giving out this information, they can kind of retain it a little better by, you know.
Yeah, I'm getting better at that on here. Yeah, just trying to break it down to layman's. To retain it more is like to really start to learn your chart. Like if you like I tell people, go to astro.com, draw up your chart, learn your chart, and also get a reading. And if you don't get a reading, go to YouTube, go to Google. You don't actually need to get a read. You can get a reading and get it very like precise or understand directly what's going on. But if you just figure it out on yourself, like let's say, oh, okay, I'm a Taurus. I'm going to, I no wonder why I was feeling like I like possessions, or I like my talents or my personal gifts. Like I like food. I like to cook good food. I like sensual things. But like people been telling you you're selfish your whole life, or you only like materials. You're money focused. This, that, and the other. And that person could take that and feel like they're wrong for doing that when that's just who they are, you know, individually. So the way that will work is like you just learn your natures, learn your energy, learn your sun sign, learn your moon sign. The sun and the moon is probably like really good to learn, especially the moon. The moon is like your most personal energy. It's what you go to sleep with that night. It's who you are when nobody's looking. So that energy be good to learn. Yeah, that's that. And just to move into that Leo energy. So the progression from Cancer into Leo, you go from individual emotions and feelings to social expression and creativity. So a Leo admires when other people admire them, admire their talents, admires their gifts. So the more that a person admires their gifts and their talents, the more they'll be creative, the more they're comfortable and courageous to express themselves and share it. That's that social placement. Virgo, your dad, for instance. Virgo is all about service to others and like, yeah, service to others, and then also work, enjoying work environments, healthy work environments, health, things to deal with, just being mindful and conscious of your surroundings and the details of the day-to-day, you know? So that's that. In a social setting, that's why Virgos are really, they're at home at work. They feel comfortable there because it's a social setting, but they can get the job done. Libra is about connecting, because Libra is the opposite of Aries. Libra has that individual identity as well, but it's more individual in the sense of it can connect to another person that shares similar values as they do, because that's their way of mirroring that person. So that individual nature that Libra possesses internally, they can see it in someone else, and they basically feel comfortable with that, and they communicate with that, and they share that, and they can grow that. And Libras are known for keeping harmony and being good on a friendship level, and keeping peace with everything, and keeping everything balanced and harmony with the social setting. And then you move into that Scorpio energy, which is about intimacy. Think about that. You meet someone that you value. Now you connect with them, and now you guys have that secure bond that Scorpio wants. It keeps your secrets. It keeps you feeling comfortable and safe and secure. So that's that energy right there. Then we move into that Sagittarius collective. That's the higher mind. So a Sag can go to all these different countries and take all of the philosophies of these different countries and then bring it back and give you one perspective. You know what I mean? Give you like their own perspective, but it's coming from a broad world view. So it's like a Sagittarius who reads the encyclopedia and be like, yeah, this is a book. But he give you, and like, it's like, damn, what does that mean? You know what I mean? That's this little simple concept, but Sages are like that. It takes collective intelligence. It's a collective energy. So you have that Capricorn, which is about status. That's the collective status right there. That's all about work and building. So building in groups, making things the best that there is, connecting with people who share those same values, those same wanting to build something. Like I said, I use the example of LeBron. He's the easiest to use. You see, he goes and picks up all these different players. Every team he goes to, he has like 4 to 5 players that like never played with him before, but they all have the same goals to get to the top and win a championship. It's that simple. That's Capricorn, wanting to be the top at the best at something, being the top of something, but doing it with groups and organizations. And Aquarius, collective consciousness, collective intelligence, collective individuality. So Aquarius is like the true individual of the zodiac. It's basically unique in its own sense. They're very different. They do things in a way you never see it before. So if you're that kind of person in your own environment, people looking at you like you're quirky and weird, but yet you can go on YouTube and see someone who's doing the same things that you're doing in their own unique way. You admire that because you don't feel outside. You don't feel by yourself. So that's what Aquarius is about, connecting your unique individuality to the collective that's doing the similar things. And then you have that Sun in Pisces, or that Pisces collective energy, which is the collective consciousness. It's the accumulation of all the other 11 signs. You're taking that in. You're empathetic. You're non-judgmental because you understand the sorrows of others because of what you experience and what you've seen. You understand how other people feel because of how you have had an experience that felt similar, and you're able to connect with people of all walks of life like that as well. So, yeah, that's that. If you guys want to call in, I'm here so we can get a little more clarity. That'll be a great thing. Or if you got any questions in the comments.
We have a few questions.
Yeah.
One of the questions was, what was up with the pink moon the other day?
The pink moon, that was that Scorpio full moon. So that Scorpio full moon was heavy because we had a lot of endings in a way where it was like very deep, deep desires, deep emotional fears that were kind of being purged. So like everyone could deal with their those deep things that they wanted to release in a psychological way. That's a lot of energy. And then the moon was opposite the sun in Taurus, which had all those other planets. So it was a lot of energy and fixed nature in the sky that kind of calls for people to really release old things or things and fears that you don't want to deal with anymore moving into it. Because we're really into a new time right now. I know it may not seem like it. Things may look normal, but it ain't. We're at a very different place in the world. So like the Scorpio moon, that energy will be felt for the next 2 weeks. And that's it's very subtle, but it's very intense at the same time.
I know you've answered this question a million times, but they're asking again.
Loyalty.
Do you just do you do readings, or what was the question again? They want to know, do you read charts, or do you just explain the zodiac sign?
I read charts.
Okay.
I read charts, explain the zodiac. I come on here because I want to kind of teach people to understand how to use these energies, or just understanding them in general. And like it helps So I read charts. I do chart readings. Like I said, you guys can hit me up. We can figure it out and figure out a time, and I can schedule a reading for you guys. And also just I kind of like just want people to really activate their own natural powers. So we all have powers, yo. Like, it's not like Iron Man, Superman, the way they try to make it seem. Is really natural. It's your gifts that you sleep on, literally. And we don't see that we have these gifts. And if you get a chart reading, you can see those gifts and those talents that you have and how to utilize them and also operate from your fullest strength and your truest confidence. So that's that. Yeah.
I'm with that. Shit, preach, brother.
It's true.
Preach. Okay, let's see.
Any Tauruses in the house?
Do we have any Taurus? We have an Aquarius in here.
Aquarius, yeah.
Let's see. We got a Libra in here.
All of this energy. Shonda Layman.
What did you say Aaron was? Besides loud, what did you say?
Huh?
What did you say Aaron was?
Aaron is an Aries. It's so funny. Her name is Aaron. She's an Aries. Yeah, like she's an Aries everything. And I think she has Aries, Sun, Mercury, and she has like a stellium in Aries. So it just makes sense. She's not trying to be selfish or just combative. It's just her natural way of expressing herself, right, which is very individual and very direct. And in some ways it's very it's admirable because it's like it doesn't matter what anyone says, you can't knock her off her thing. And I was watching the live stream yesterday, and I just saw how, like, even though she was trying to tell the story of what was going on and TDP was trying to say what was going on, she still had to get it off. What's going on, caller? How y'all doing?
Caller.
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on, bro? Yeah.
Yeah, you called us. What's going on, man?
Oh, I didn't know I was on here.
Yeah, you on air, brother. You on air, brother. Yeah, you live. Yeah.
Okay, this is Jay out of Sacramento. I was calling to see if I could get a reading.
Yeah, man. What's going on? You can like what kind of reading are you looking for?
Like, I wanted to get a chart reading, but I also maybe want to hit you offline and do a personal reading as well.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, you can shoot me an email, spirichalk@gmail.com or 318@gmail.com. I know that's kind of long, but it's spirichalk318@gmail.com, and we can schedule a reading, or you can shoot me a message on Instagram @chalktonomous. That's CHALK.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a pen and a paper? Write it down.
Put that in the chat for me.
Yeah, can you put it in the chat, Nick? Yeah, Nick will put it in the chat, so that'd be good. What's your sign, brother?
I'm Aquarius.
Oh, you're Aquarius. Okay. What kind of reading are you? What kind of reading are you trying to get? Like, I could do like birth chart readings, just a general reading if you want to know about.
Yeah, can I get that?
Yeah, just a general reading. Learn the charts, things. Learn how your signs work, and understanding the houses and your planets, and the aspects as well. So the aspects are the connections and degrees of your signs and your houses in your chart. So
does it change as I get older and I go through different things, or it's kind of set?
Yeah, we're always progressing. So we're always moving through all of these natures, all of this energy. So like you're becoming a fully developed version of yourself. So like you're an Aquarius sun, but it's like you're starting to progress towards more of your North Node, whatever your North Node is. That's the sign that you're going to eventually express that type of energy as you get older. So like if you're an Aquarius sun, and let's say like your North Node is in Pisces, so that you're trying to progressively become a Pisces on the way you express yourself, or your life's destiny is to become that. It just depends on your sign. So like if you know what time you were born, the place, and the time in a month, in a year.
In Oregon at 8:51 p.m.
Oh wow, yeah, that's good. Yeah, so just send me all that information when we connect, and then we can go from there. Yeah, because I kind of don't want to just go off the top of the head yet. You know what I mean? So.
All right, most definitely. No, I'll definitely be in contact with you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, brother.
All right, I'm back in the chat.
All right, thanks, man.
Yeah. So I was talking about a stellium. Shonda Rise. Yeah, stellium is when you have three or more planets in one sign. So you'll feel the energy of that sign the most, and is intensified because you have a lot of energy just in one place. So like I said, we have a stellium in Taurus right now. So you have 4 planets in the sign of Taurus. So Taurus things are emphasized on another level right now. So you have the sun, you have Venus. Venus is actually at home in the sign of Taurus, so it's like a comfortable position right now. So we're literally feeling ourselves right now. It's something about yourself that you're feeling that you value. So everybody out here walking with their head high and feeling good about themselves. And Mercury is there as well. Mercury is in a good place for Taurus, so we have more practical thinking. We value the things that we think about, things that we're more grounded on our thoughts. You can kind of be really stable on what you're thinking about, be rigid, kind of be stubborn. You can hold, like, no one can't change your mind right now because what you think is what you believe, and you're going to stay with that, and you value that. And then you have Uranus is there. Yeah, Uranus is kind of tough there. What's going on, caller? You're on air. How are you, brother?
How's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing great. How you feeling?
What's up, caller?
Can I hear it? I can't hear anybody.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Autonomous, my man?
Oh, what's going on? Oh, okay.
Hey, man.
His brother Utley.
Shout out to you. Shout out to all the co-hosts. I don't
Yes,
know
sir.
anybody that's on the platform right now. I'm just looking from his IG. So,
Right.
but shout out to everybody in their respective places.
Word.
I'm loving this because from a different perspective, I grew up in the church and, they talked about, not even touching stuff like this.
Right.
And the thing about it is if you believe in God, He created all this stuff.
Right.
In the universe. So, it's about teaching people the right way. And I think what you're doing is a great thing because I think if we know more about ourselves, we won't be fighting one another.
Absolutely.
A lot of times people are not mad at each other. We just mad at ourselves because we can't figure ourselves out. And, I'm glad, and I'll definitely be diving more into it. We'll be talking more.
Yes, sir.
To help me because I grew up, my parents didn't even understand me.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm very outgoing and just, go hard, but I love.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like he was saying about gifts and being very gifted and talented, but at the same time, you want to see other people flourish.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding what you're doing right now, and I'm lost for words. I'm just ready to call in and just let my man know I love him.
I appreciate you, brother. Yeah.
And again, to everybody that's on the platform, it's cool. I'm really loving this, and I'm gonna definitely go back to talk. I'm gonna go back to your IG and just listen and watch a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, man. You got some videos for you. Mm-hmm.
It's helped me already.
Absolutely, man. That's all it's about.
To the charts or nothing like that, but I just want to say that real quick. It's already helped me.
Absolutely.
To just accept me for who I am.
Right.
They're like, this boy can talk. This brother talking.
Right.
Don't be ashamed about it. So, shout out to you again, Chalk.
Appreciate you.
I love you, brother.
Love you too, brother. Keep it going. All right. Yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah, that's what it's about. Like, it's just really about that. Like I said, like, I grew up in the church too. Like, we have our own personal upbringings, but at the end of the day, church or religion is a collective thing. So, like, sometimes if you don't know your own individual gifts and talents, it's hard for you to connect to the collective. Or if you do connect to the collective, or if you go to church or you're part of some type of group that is like a mass of people, you'll get lost in the sauce because their individual ways of expression can be stronger than yours, So learning yours is great. What's going on, caller? You on the air? Hello?
Caller.
What's going on, caller? You live?
Caller, you live. Absolutely. All right.
They probably hung up. Yeah. Yeah. So I got a question on here, but like, what does the houses represent in the chart? So your houses are basically like the places in life where you'll experience those conditionings. Or so like, let's say like your first house is your personality. That's your the way you show up, the way the world sees you. And that's where you'll be conditioned to develop your individual personality. The sign on the house is the way that it will be developed. The sign, it'll look like this particular sign. And the planet will give you the energy to express that in that particular quality or that particular way. So like the houses are basically the areas that will condition your life, you know? So like if you have a first house Cancer sun, so your personality is or Cancer rising or whatever, your energy is expressed through comfort, emotions, being secure, your feelings and how you connect with others that feel a certain way, and how you express your comfort and your security. What's going on, Carly? You live on air?
Okay, so you can hear me now?
Oh, this is Shonda.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Turn the background down.
Yeah, you have to turn the background down. This is a special call right here. This is one of the dopest astrologers I've ever come across. What's going on, ma'am?
So I have a question.
Okay. She about
Can
to
I
put
ask
me,
more?
She about to put me through
Can I
school,
ask-
Nick.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shonda.
Yeah. Can I ask more than one question, though?
You could do
That's
whatever
the
you
question.
could do whatever you want to do.
Okay, because I'm trying to understand
Okay.
what you're saying. You're using astrology vocabulary.
Okay.
But could you translate, like, say, we know that astrology vocabulary knows the language, and you can be bilingual
Right.
in that. So it's beginning in intermediate and advanced level
Right.
of your bilingualness. So all the things you're saying, I understand, but then when you say other things, I don't. So how could you give an example of what you said without using astrology words?
Give me an example of what I said so I can break it down. Like, what do you?
You said that
Specific. Yeah.
you were talking about some houses, and you were saying that it's according to something that's in your house.
Okay.
Now, I know in astrology, they mean that. And you also said something about planets.
Right. Right. So, and the houses are the places of life where you'll experience the development. So, like, if you have the second house is your values, your personal values, your personal possessions, your talents that you come into this life with. That's the second house. The third house is
So
your.
if I'm a Scorpio, and that's my sun sign, so my sun is in the second house, how would you say that without using astrology terms?
Okay, so you're a person that you enjoy security. You value security, rather. You value things that are very what you want to say, like mysterious or like underneath the surface. Things that involve taboo subjects or things that aren't like common to the everyday person. Deep things. You have a focus on things that are dark, not in a sense of like negative dark, things that are like not to the light. So you kind of bring those. You can deal with those things and not be afraid of them. You deal with fears. You value things that that kind of you can have materials in that place that kind of you can materialize things from your secrets, from things that you keep on the cuff. Possessions. I'm trying to like this is good because it's like it's really challenging me to do that.
Are you giving me? Is this what you saying? A reading? This is what you're doing right now?
No. This is just me.
You're just telling me something about myself that I already know, or I don't understand what you're doing.
No, what I'm doing is I'm answering the question that you asked. Like if you had the sun in Scorpio in the second house.
Yeah.
So like the sun is, but you want me to explain it to you without.
Oh, you're telling me what that means.
Yeah.
The sun up in the second house.
Yeah.
Now that you told me all these things, like say, what am I supposed to do with something? Well, I mean, now that I already know this, what am I supposed to do with this information?
Okay. So now that you know that, let's say if you're a person who you knew that you were kind of secretive and you valued secrecy, or you valued things that are like taboo subjects or like mysteries or death, things like that, occult secret information, you can really delve into it and not be afraid to do it because it's something that comes natural to you. So I like to talk about things that people who don't really understand this energy or understand how they operate, or they may have these hunches, but they don't want to really act on them because they're not in line with society. So say it again.
I think what you're saying is, although I may know some of these things, what happened?
Right, I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so although I may know some of these things, and because I give you information about me or whatever, you can tell me what it means. So you're basically solidifying what I know. So is that supposed to make me feel like, oh, I'm not alone when I feel this way?
Totally.
Like, what is the point of you telling me something I already kind of know?
If you kind of know, it's different between kind of knowing and knowing. So when you know, you can act from a more confident and a more assertive place in your life, and you can't be told any different. You could be more like grounded and second house Scorpio. You could be more grounded in that thing that you value, but you can also really own your self identity. You can really know who you really are, as opposed to trying to just fit into the box of what society wants you to fit into. That's my main focus of when I talk about this stuff, is just to get people to be their own individual self, because that's something I struggle with growing up, is just trying to like be my own individual self and not fit inside boxes, you know.
Right.
So that's that.
So now that I know you, I'm just really trying to understand this. How can I apply it to my regular life? Also, real rap, because it sounds really good what you're saying and how you got the conversation you guys are having, and I'm just trying to apply all of this so that I could learn the vocabulary.
Absolutely.
So at first I need to understand what it is before I learn the vocabulary. So now that I kind of understand, because you broke it down, I don't have my son in the second, I have it in the 10th, by the way. But that's good that you did it. As good as you did the second. I just picked out a house. But I just wanted to know, like really, okay, once I had this information and I know it now, what could the astrology assist me with knowing this about myself? Because I spoke with you or someone like you. What now?
Now you can start planning and preparing your life a certain way where you're operating in alignment as opposed to operating out of alignment with yourself, and also in alignment with the universe. Like a lot of people, it's like basically like a person who, let's say a person who has a job in the healthcare field, but they don't like people. They like to be by themselves. But yet they have a good skill at that particular job, but the job involves working and helping people. Like if you're there, that just because you have the ability to do that job doesn't mean that that's something that's a gift for you that can really help people and help you at the same time. So if you know that your job involves you being behind the scenes and doing things in the medical field, as far as like, let's say you have a Virgo in the 6th house and you're a doctor. Like it's like you're a doctor, yeah, you can help others, but like you don't have a real deep emotional connection to your patients. So you can be kind of just focused on the work and getting it done and serving them and helping them, but like at the same time you can focus on more details and being practical and kind of putting things in perspective from a mundane standpoint. But it's like you can also not have to worry about working in this particular field like that, because it's not really serving you in the highest way that it can serve you. Like learn how to work in fields that really will benefit you in the highest possible way, as opposed to just working a job because you can do it and it makes you good money, because that's not helping us. It's like we've been doing this for years. Like we've been doing that for like decades, centuries, you know? So it's like, I think I'm here now just to try to help people figure out what really works for them, you know? Like it was just earlier on the show, we had people talking about they were talking about comedians that aren't that good. Like everybody want to be a comedian. Just because you have the ability to make someone chuckle or laugh doesn't mean that you can be a Jamie Foxx. Doesn't mean that you could be a Speedy. Like you gotta like really like
astrology help with that though?
Astrology helps you astrology helps you deal with that. Yeah, it helps you if you have those particular gifts and talents. that are
No,
stronger
if I
than.
don't, if I think I'm funny and I'm a jokester, but nobody else do, could astrology help me?
Say it again. Say it again.
If I think I'm a comedian, I think I'm funny.
Right.
Nobody else does.
I think you're funny too. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway,
Help me with that. Astrology.
it definitely can help you with that. It can help you see the areas in your life where humor plays a role, like where your Sagittarius placements are, where your Jupiter placements are. Like if you are a person, because Jupiter represents humor, Sagittarius is a humorous sign, and about laughter and fun. If you know those placements, you can kind of like see what you find funny, what you think is funny, what you think is joyous, like your wit factor. Your Mercury will show you where your wit factor is at. So, yeah, that's that, I guess.
So I'm thinking I'm funny.
Yeah.
I do. I try to go on stage. Nobody thinks I'm funny,
Right.
but me.
Right.
How can astrology help me with that?
This is a comedy platform. This is a comedy platform, so that's why they laughing back. So you said if you think you're funny and no one else does, like let's find an area of life where you can utilize those gifts better, as opposed to trying to do it on stand-up comedy. Maybe you maybe you can write comedy. Yeah, maybe you can write comedy. Maybe you can
I gotta be on a stage.
You gotta be on
would
a
you be able to
stage.
tell me why I have that conflict? Why do I feel that I must be on a stage as a performer, but I'm not funny?
Okay, while you're on stage, you're not a performer, but you're not funny. So you can have you may have what is it? Jupiter. You got Jupiter in Aries in the seventh house, and you have what you got? You got Jupiter in Aries seventh house, but you got your Sun in Libra in the fifth house, and it's like you have funny and creative ways of you could be funny and creative and talented, but at the same time it's like you only see it your way. And this is just off the top of the head, I could be wrong, but at the same time it's like you just see things your way, but at the same time you're not like able to take into consideration other people's way of seeing things, like, so it's just you just got to get a new job. No, she's not a comic, and she's an astrologer.
Yeah, do you know who you don't know who this is?
This is Shonda Rise. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Who is it?
It's not Shonda. Hey, anyway, you were doing so cool.
Yeah.
But you know what happened? You start talking about all this stuff with the houses, and you went back into astrology. But you know what's cool about that? Prior to you learning the language, you were struggling with saying the regular way and using the street.
Right. Now I'm using
so
a lot of astrology.
that's to me, that's good. I think it's good. But yeah, so I just wanted to know how, the other persona of me wanted to know how I could, if I want to be on stage, I don't care what nobody say. I think I'm funny. My mama, my grandmama, everybody told me I was funny as a kid.
Aries.
Nobody else does. And what do? How can I rectify that? How can I solidify that in my life? How can I use my chart? How can I use these houses and these planets and these stelliums?
We can have a reading, have to sit down, get a reading, and we can figure it out. You map it out. Map it out. I'm just trying to see in a way. You got me on the spot right now, Sean. So if you're not funny, maybe you need to do Zoom and have a you may have to do something where you can connect with people that just only shares your brand of funny.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. So it's like that's your
11th house and see like-minded individuals and kind of get in where I fit in, so I will feel natural, and the people will automatically be pleased with me because they're my people.
Right.
In the 11th house.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you. You know what? You really helped me change my life. No,
Thank you.
Anyway, bye. I'm going to keep watching.
Thank you so much.
Her voice, though.
Oh, yeah, Shonda. She's the best. Like, yeah, y'all check her out. That's Shonda Rise Astrology. She has a career astrology page. So if you go to her career, to her YouTube page, she does videos that talks about different career goals and your gifts in your career, and how you can use your chart to really focus on the job and the career that you can do the best at your best ability. So check her out when you guys get a chance. Any questions in there? Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, it's all good, brother. It's all good. Yeah.
You this question. So I'm just asking you about your field, right?
Okay.
So I know, like in the comedy world, a lot of comics don't date other comics.
Yeah.
For for competition or whatever reason.
Right.
In your realm of business, do you guys find that you guys tend to date other people who also have this knowledge and information?
Honestly, like that's
should be kind of weird.
I think that I don't. I think that actually be dope. Like those relationships actually go far because you guys, you know how each other work. Like it's like you know how to use the energy and you know how to use the information to make the best of the relationship. Especially if you got like hard placements that don't typically work in common with your energy. But in relationships, that definitely will work. You know, I think so. Yeah,
hey, man, you hear that? People learn your houses. God damn it, get your life together.
Learn your chart. Period. Like the deeper we go down this rabbit hole of this aspect of life, like where we are now, like in 2021 on, astrology is just only going to pick up more steam. You got Uranus in the sign of Taurus. Uranus is a natural ruler of Aquarius. Aquarius is all about like unique, futuristic thinking. Is the construction of astrology, if you think about it. Taurus is about value, so we're changing that. The whole foundation is being broken down of how we used to do things, so it's being built up new. Neptune is in Pisces. That's all about spirituality and mysticism and fantasy and illusion and just know how to take the higher octaves of love and expressing them in a very like mystical way. And spirituality is not religion. Spirituality is your personal sense of identity, is your personal spirit nature. So we're having that for the next, say about to 2027. We're gonna have rapid change in our values and how we look at spirituality and religion. And astrology is actually one of the main things that stay because it's a tool that actually works because it's based off of the planetary bodies that's in the sky. That's that. Yeah, but you got any questions, Kay?
One comment from the chat room.
Okay, word.
They want you to change your Instagram to ZODIAC MACK.
You know what?
They've said this like 50 times in here.
I'm going to. It's so funny. I was like, damn, they gave me this name. I like it. I'm trying to I like to put a story. Yeah. I like to put a story behind the name and be like, yeah, you know the ZODIAC MACK, whatever. No, but yeah, right. Right. Spiritualize your macking and then do it. Yeah, I think that may happen.
All right. So,
yeah.
K-Dot, you got a question?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Jay Lee wants to thank you for doing her reading. She said it was amazing.
Yes. Yeah. Jay really is. Jay is a real one.
Yeah.
She's a real one, yo.
She popped up the other day.
Yeah. She a real
Shout out to
one.
Jay Lee.
Yeah, and she don't just like, you know how people like, yeah, I'm gonna hit you up in this, that, and the other. She said that and then she did it. So I was like, I rocks with that.
Jay Lee, if she says she's gonna pull up, she will pull
absolutely.
up on you.
Yeah, it was good. So I have a I do a little tool that I use called the duas. So it's a lot.
It's like a position, nigga. Shout out to the ladies.
If you get a reading with me, like I kind of like I take my time. I'll sit down. I'll look at the degrees. I'll look at the signs that match up to those degrees. I'll see the connections to the houses, and then kind of like give you the breakdown of your reading.
What's that word again?
I'm
gonna use that
the
shit.
Duas.
The duas?
Yo, it's an Egyptian word. So
I like it.
It's good.
Duas.
Yeah.
You hear that, ladies? Get your duas checked.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
Yeah.
Somebody said my aunt is a Taurus, and her birthday was
Say it again.
Her birthday was yesterday.
Okay. Yeah. Like
During the pink moon, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that moon was strong, man. I was I drive Lyft, right? So I was down down West Hollywood like last week on Saturday, and it was like a shooting on the Sunset Strip. It was a shooting down Beverly Hills. It was constant. I'm like, damn, it's crazy because like not only is the moon in Scorpio when it was full, but you have Mars in Cancer. So Mars is at what is called a fall position. That means Mars is like at a position where it's like it doesn't work the best. So Mars is in Cancer, and Cancer is about emotions and sensitivity and feelings, and Mars is about action, direction, aggression. So like people have very like impulsive and hypersensitive emotions and reactions. So it's like you say something to somebody and they snap off. So now cats is using guns. It's like we're at that standpoint. So
I have a quick question. This might be a long
Yeah.
topic. Have you ever used this information to like gamble or invest in stocks
You can.
or something of that?
You can, yeah, you
Okay.
can. I haven't personally, because I'm like, I have Saturn in the 5th house, so I'm not that good with gambling. So it's like, it's
Good to know that then.
Yeah, right, yeah, right. Get him off the yo. It's good. It's crazy.
This nigga Sagittarius, nigga. Get this nigga out the game.
I play spades.
Yeah.
I play spades. I like
Fucking
spades.
up my role.
Yeah. No, but like right now, like if you pay attention to what's going on, the Taurus represents money because it's like values, it's like your possessions, it's money. So our money systems are changing right now. Uranus is about radical change, revolution, like things that are unique that you've never seen before, and it's for a more individual control too. So like when we have the monetary system changing, you see how like now they want to be giving people stimulus checks and PPP loans, like they're just giving it away because the money system, people don't want to deal with it the same way they used to, especially after this pandemic has hit. So everything is like is shaky ground literally, and cryptocurrency is high on the rise, which is like an Aquarian type thing. Is all about digital and internet and technology, and whatever you have in a unique way is like your particular thing. You can kind of make money off of that if it's different. Like this right here for me is so out of bounds of what I normally do. Like my talent was physical. Like I was a trainer, played sports. Like I was a bouncer. Like things that cause a physical imposition. That was where I made money at. But now, like this is something that's a gift for me that I enjoy, and I also it's helping people. So it's unique and it's my own way, and it's still being developed. I only been doing this for 2 years, so it's like it's really starting to come into my own. So I think that's what we need to do collectively is tap into it. So just to sum it back up, what I was saying is that individual, social, collective, the individual signs are the individual signs. They are the quote unquote self signs. They're about self, so to speak. Then the social signs are about the self and others, and the collective is about how you associate yourself with others and then the whole environment. So like what's happening now is collectively the energies are moving where you got to have your own individual identity. You got to know your individual identity and socialize it with the collective, with your particular group, like your soul group or your group that you can rock with, that match up with you, that ain't going to judge you, that's going to support you, that's going to help you like get your hopes and your dreams to the highest clip without people trying to stifle you. You know what I mean? So like that's where we are right now. So
I have a quick question for you. This is way off topic, so you could just answer this yes or no. We do not have to dive into this.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to know your answer just based on all the information you've acquired. So do you believe in flat Earth? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. We can just keep it simple.
Yeah, it's just like honest. I'm gonna be real, yo. Like somebody put this to my like we dealing with polarity, right? So when you get polarized, you can't really make a true perspective decision. You can't really, because your perspective is all based off of your polarization. Like you just look at things one way. So like to even have a term flat earther, that was created. Like that wasn't even what it was. Like, damn, we got flat earthers now. We got round earthers now. So now you got people picking a side of something that was created by somebody else. Like if you walk the middle line, I look at it, I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's concepts of flat earth. That's cool. Maybe it's concepts of round earth. That's cool. I just know where I am right now. And whether it's round or flat, it really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like it really doesn't really matter.
That's usually my answer.
Like,
I'm stuck on this motherfucker either way.
We breathing in air. Right. That's contaminated. We live in life, you know. So
okay, I just want, because that's a hot topic right now.
Yeah,
I was interested to know how
it's polarizing. People want to do polarizing. Like you're Republican, Democrat, this, that, and the other. Like it's so all this polarity. It kind of just brings confusion, and people stop just dealing with what they need to focus on, which is themselves. We worried about it. And then you're going to get mad at somebody because they decide to be a flat earther. Right. Oh, you a flat earther? Right. Damn, you ain't even know what flat earth was last year. And then you pissed off artificially by somebody's creation. That's that. So.
Okay, for sure. I need to know because I know you dive deep into the planet systems and all that. Okay, that's what's
different.
Let's see. Jay Lee is still bragging about how positive the reading was. So shout out to Jay Lee. Let's say,
she asks good questions too. So
Oh
it
yeah,
kinda goes,
Jay Lee's definitely very efficient.
Yeah. That made it fun. Like I like that. Like when people ask questions, I can kind of like go a little bit because I can ramble on a little bit.
Let's go. Take another call. Phone lines
Yeah.
are open. 818-914-4087.
Yeah, a couple more minutes to roll
818.
on out.
914-4087.
Yeah, if you can put my my Instagram in there.
I got you.
in
Chalk
the chat.
time.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. And you guys can just shoot me a DM and we can schedule a time to get a reading and go far from there. Yeah.
All right. So, have you ever given someone a reading and it went bad? Like they didn't like what you were saying and got offended?
No, I haven't. Like that's
okay.
funny. Like honestly, for me, every person that like who tried to read, even if it was like general, they were just excited to gain the insight from the information. Like also like not knowing or having that hunch and me just helping bring some clarity to it or some light to what they had a hunch on. So I haven't. And if they did, I wouldn't mind that either. Like it's like it is what it
Right.
is because it's truth. It's just real.
Hold on. The chat room wants your Cash App.
Okay, I appreciate
You
that.
can write it down. I can put it on the
Yeah.
screen for you. Also, Jaylee, do you have a question? She said she too touched. Jaylee's way too shy to call in, so she's not gonna call. So Jaylee, if you have a question, I can definitely.
I think I wrote it on
relate
that book. I gave.
I can relate the question to you. Where's my
pad?
book?
A little pad.
Kate, I stole my book.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I'll put the Cash App in there for you guys. You guys can definitely Cash App them. The Instagram is right there. I'm pinning to the top of the page. If you guys want to go to the Instagram, right there.
So Thursdays, I'm gonna be here on Thursdays, guys. So just be
I know you already
aware
wrote
of
it in
that,
there.
and that'd be cool.
I think so.
Yeah, it's a $ Great Chalk. It should be on there.
Yep.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, man. But
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Well, go ahead and ask on one, because maybe somebody else might need to know.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do different. Yeah, you do. You keep evolving. You keep on getting turned. Yeah, that's the mutable energy. Yeah. So right. So just speaking on comedy real quick, like I always look at the sign. It's so funny. I did like my own little breakdown of like the funny signs versus the not funny signs. Like Sagittarius to me is the funniest because of Jupiter energy and also how Sag can take broad things and kind of like make them common to everybody else. And that's actually a skill, like Patrice O'Neal and Richard Pryor. You know what I mean? Like those are like the crazy comedians. And then I look at Dave Chappelle, who is Virgo, but Virgo has Mercury and is also the opposite of Pisces, which is also ruled by Jupiter. So it's like that energy right there. You kind of look at it. So I look at like Sagittarius, I think Virgo, I think Aquarius, and I think Aries. I probably like they can be the funnier signs. And Jamie Foxx is a Sagittarius. Yeah, so like that's comedy there. And then y'all have so many talents. Sagittarius can do so many different things. Gemini is funny too. Gemini is hilarious. Gemini can be, yeah, they hilarious because of quick thinking, the wittiness. But like I'm like a more of a like I like Patrice O'Neal is my favorite comic. Like that's like he say some stuff like people like when people say he'll say a joke. Exactly, y'all say what you think, but in a way where it's like, oh, I ain't look at it from that angle. That's Sag is so good at that. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So to answer your question real quick, Nick, Shonda put in my comment, she said, if you're a good reader, it can't go bad. You can't get a bad reading if you're a good reader. Yeah.
I'm not saying you will make a bad reading.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if the person received
if they received it,
right.
Yeah.
You know, because like maybe I'm thinking, you know, someone could be in a relationship that they just dedicated to, it's not working, they come to you for a reading,
Right.
and you give them the bombshell that you and this person just don't line up.
Like a Sinistry reading?
Right.
Oh,
Like I always wondered, like maybe they just go bad, or, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Motherfucker just can't take the truth. And like, fuck that shit.
Right.
Fuck you.
Oh, damn.
They break your glass ball and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
if you like that to me, imagine how you went to the party to your party.
right. Oh, yeah, I always wondered if like motherfucker lost their cool
Yeah, no.
during
no,
the reading.
no,
you know
no,
what I
no.
mean?
Well, I'm not in the thousands yet. I think once I get to like the thousands reading, you had those kind of experiences with folks. But,
now, has anybody ever been disappointed in a reading you give them?
No,
Okay.
Like it's just like for me, I'm blessed to have the experience of just being like people happy to learn the information, because it's like it's still new to a lot of folks. You know what I mean? Especially our people who this is our information. We really should be knowing it because the white people hijacked it, whatever
Right.
they did. It took it, hijacked our knowledge, but like they just happy to learn it. Yeah, you do. Yeah, if you're reaching out for a reading, that means you're in a certain mind state.
Well, I don't know, because some people like. Well, you know, I do a lot of I do stuff on the little spiritual side, but I know people ask me a question. They're not really asking me a question. They're trying to confirm what they believe.
What they believe, right?
And a lot of times it's just not the case. That's why I was wondering.
Yep. Yeah. Nah, I don't want to do like, and that's the thing. Like that. What's it called? Confirmation bias. Yeah, I don't have time for confirmation bias, man. Like that's not real, man. Like it's just like you gotta keep it 100 with people. Like if you're in a relationship and it's not working for you. Got to get out of that joint. You got to get out of that. No, that's cool. But right. There we go.
All right, last call. Let's go.
Yeah,
caller.
last caller. What's going on, caller?
Hi, this is Dana.
Hey, Dana. What's going on, Dana?
Hi.
How are you?
I have a question. I had a reading done, not by you, by someone else that's well known in the community.
Okay.
And years ago. What did K-Dot say?
He said, "Who Miss Cleo?"
Rest in peace.
All right,
Miss
K-Dot.
Go ahead, Dana.
Oh, God.
Okay. So I had a reading done by this person that's well known in the community, like I said. And it was about 2.5 years ago, but everything they said they didn't see in my chart happened.
Everything, say that again. Everything they said they didn't see.
Okay, they said this is, he said, I was like, I'm having trouble in this area. And he's like, oh, I don't see that happening, but it did happen.
What? You read your chart better than the reader.
Seriously.
That's
Say it
crazy.
again?
I said you read your chart better than the reader. Better than the reader. Like what? Like
So we're very intuitive and insightful.
yeah. You say you are.
I said I'm a Sagittarius, and we're very insightful.
Yeah, very. Yeah, this is kind of y'all can deal with those kind of things too in a very broad way.
Did you ever call the guy back?
Yeah.
No, I just was like, damn, everything he said wasn't going to happen, or he didn't see in my chart that actually the opposite happened. No, if I tell you who this person is, you guys are gonna go, shit, I took advice from him.
Did you dispute it? No, but so like, was it just a general reason? What general reading was it specific? Like, what was it?
No, it was specific. It was specific.
So when you said when you scheduled your reading, you said I want to focus on this career, love, whatever. You
right.
That.
I said career. I said love. I said
That's
personal.
crazy.
And all the opposite of what he said was true. And he's like, oh, I'm not wrong. I said this. I predicted this was going to happen in the world and in America, that this president was going to get selected and all of this. And what he read for my chart, the opposite happened.
That's crazy. He must. I don't know what he was looking at. That's
I get sued for that?
I don't know. They ain't suing me. Ain't no contracts being signed. No, but yeah, I was about to say, yeah. Was he in tune? Like I try to operate from the realest place. I try to operate from an intuition place too. Like I try to talk to you a little bit and get to know you. Then I look at your chart and I just look for the patterns. And
okay.
Yeah, like, and also too, was it about transits, or was it about your actual birth chart that you have right now? Like, was it about your progress chart?
It was my birth chart.
It was just a natal chart reading, just a general birth chart reading about which
yeah, I believe that's what he said. So.
Yeah, like, because once you have like just a general natal chart reading, he just can try to give you a breakdown of what's going on. But if you look at like the transits, that's like what's going to happen, and that's like what you're experiencing in the moment, all those different things, and what's to come. If you're looking at the progression, and also which house system did he use? Because I was using, I still use. Yeah, you don't.
I know you're not. Nah, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, right. Nah, Section 8. Yo, y'all got chill.
No, it wasn't a Section 8.
No,
but He reversed that cash app.
Yo, it's fun. No, Dana, if you want to get another reading, Dana, I got you. Just hit me up, man. We
No,
can figure
I
it out.
definitely want to do it. I just haven't gotten my birth certificate to get my time.
Okay. And you know what's funny? Like when you got your reading, you got it without the time?
It was wrong. The time was wrong.
Yeah, so that kind of makes a big difference too. You know what I mean? Like let's say you're a Leo rising and you said you were Leo rising, you're really a Cancer rising. That kind of changes the energy big time. That changes things big time. You know what I mean? So the accuracy of the rising sign matters because that show you where the sun was at the eastern horizon when it was coming up when you were born.
Hey, Dad, I'm gonna jump you, girl. You better.
Yeah, K Dot talking that trash.
Yeah, that we were cool. It's cracking all up on me. All the comedians was in there and rubbed off on K Dot.
Yo. Yeah, it's a forecast like the weather. You have to read energies, not psychic phenomena.
Okay, no, I'm definitely gonna book a reading with you within the next week.
Yeah, the times make all the
Because
difference.
I've been wanting to do it, and Jay had such positive things to say. I know I have to do it now.
Yup, yeah, totally. And also too, like the young lady who was on air talking to me, asking me a question, Shonda Rise, like she's a dope astrologer. You can hit her up as well. And she can kind of like help you too. I think she does chart.
Oh, right. Oh, so she was just testing you when she said she wanted to have the reading like in later.
Yeah. She always does. Like she's like my big sister / coach. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Because when I was listening to her, I was cracking jokes in my head. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, it's all love. It's all love over here.
Okay. Okay. All right, so I'm going to definitely book that reading, but I just wanted to know that I thought about that right now when you were talking, and I was just like, I've had the opposite happen. Okay.
So look, just real quick before you go, like when I was talking about earlier, as far as like the collective, the social, and individual signs, like I personally feel once you understand just that aspect, it kind of already gives you a ground basis of like what your operating system is like, so to speak, like how you operate. So do you operate from a personal standpoint where it's just selfish, all about you, or do you need other people to define your identity, or you just find your identity amongst the collective or whatever? So like you have that Sag energy where you can find your identity amongst your particular group. So it's like that energy should already be understood with that, and then the people you attract in your life, they got to match up to that energy as well, you know.
Yeah, no, I have it. I find my identity amongst the collective, but also have my own personal identity.
Yeah, you're a Sag. Yeah, y'all fire. You take action.
So I would say both of them. I'm not really selfish unless it comes to really specific things like my time.
Yeah, totally. Your freedom, your time.
Oh my God, my freedom! Like that's everything. I feel like when a person that I'm interacting with or associated with wants to put me in a box or said this is how something's going to be, I immediately reject that. Like, no, it's not going to work that way.
Totally.
And I'm not going to be told what to do.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of Aquarius friends?
Being put in a box in any way, I have to be free.
Do you have a lot of Aquarius friends?
I have a few Aquarius friends.
Like that should be a real good energy you get along with, especially if you're into astrology.
I would say I get along well with Aquarius, with Aries, with Scorpios.
Oh, you get along well with Scorpios?
And Libras. But Libra, I have to really kind of be tactful and monitor what I say.
Yeah, you heard.
Because I've had Libra friends that I've said something to them and I was very honest and brutal, and it really hurt their feelings, and they no longer wanted to continue the friendship.
Yeah, that's why Mercury is in detriment in Sagittarius.
I lost like 4 Libra friends in 1 year.
Yeah, because Libra is all about diplomacy and being tactful. Libra is like the polite communicator. Libra is
I always just keep that in mind because I know that Jay is a Libra.
Yeah.
So we're talking and having conversations. I'm honest, but I try not to be too brutally honest with him.
Yeah, it's cool. You gotta be careful. Don't hurt Jay's feelings, man. That's our homie. That's the team.
Jay is a rider. I don't think her feelings are hurt that.
Yeah, that's the team. No, but it was good talking to you, Dane. When you get a
Thank you
chance,
so much.
Yeah, just hit me up
All
when
right,
you
y'all.
get a
Thanks,
chance.
Nick.
Thank you.
All right, y'all.
Oh shit, my bad, Dana.
Yeah, sorry. That's all I got for the day, folks. So it's just like just sharing the information. Like I said, I'll be here next Thursday. I feel like Thursday works better for me. It can't be so busy. I appreciate y'all time. Appreciate y'all listening to my chatter. Let's go, my spiel. Yeah. Hit that Cash App. Shoot me a message on Instagram at ZODIAC MACK. No, I ain't do that yet. That's cool. But we gonna do this thing. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Just general questions. They don't have to be about a reading. It could just be about like a one placement. Yeah, I'm not charging on that. I answer questions for free because I want people to just learn this info. So let's get it going from there. And I'll talk to you in a little bit. All right?
All right, man. Y'all stay positive. We out of here. One love. Shalom.
Love
To the people.
astrology, bye.